Hello, Dental Team listeners. This is Kiera and happy Halloweeny. Oh man, I love Halloween. This year, I'm so excited. We have some really special neighbors and they have two kids and they have definitely allowed us to be a part of their family. And so their now 6-year-old son, they have a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. Their 6-year-old plans our Halloween costumes for us. If you know anything about Kiera Dent or if you don't, my mom was very much not pro having her kids trick or treat. My mom is very conventional and she did not want to teach her children. She felt like trick or treating was slightly like begging and she did not want her children to be that way. And so I do not endorse that nor agree with that. And my mom has since changed, but that was her beliefs as a young mom. And so trick-or-treating, she had us go what's called pick a treat, where we would actually take treats to our friends instead of trick-or-treating. And so actually last year, 2023, was the first time that Kiera Dent actually went trick-or-treating. And it was with this family that takes us with us. Last year, we were in Incredibles. And this year, this little boy has given all of us the assignment of something from Toy Story. He plans every one of us who we're going to be. So this year I get to be Little Bo Peep. My husband's Woody. Don't worry. We'll definitely post up some pictures for you guys, but happy Halloween. I hope you go have the best time. I hope it's fun, but what I wanted to do today is one, thank you guys for being a part of our podcast family, but two, remind you, please share this podcast with someone fun. Today's going to be a fun one. These are things that should scare you as a dental practice owner. Our goal is to help you learn to overcome them, and running practice does not need to be scary. So, come and join our consulting with us. There's no tricks, just treats for you guys. And I'm going to give you guys 4 little things, that probably do scare you as practice owners and ways to overcome them. So we're going to do a little trick or treating here where I might trick, I might treat. Of course, I'm going to treat, guys. Here we go. But please share this podcast with those around you. And thank you for being a part of our Dental Team podcast family. If I could give you a giant hug right now and just tell you how much I love and appreciate you for who you are and the special things that you bring to dentistry and to this world. And just you being here, no matter what you do or don't do, is a huge blessing to those around you and in my life as well, even though I might not know you personally. I feel you. I feel your energy, and I'm so grateful for you. And just share this with someone that you feel could use that huge giant hug of love and appreciation, and probably just like some fun and some support. So with that, all right, number 1 possible scary thing in a practice is revenue leaks in your practice. So what are some of those things that are leaking out revenue that if we just were able to patch up that hole, might actually be able to help you? So things such as inefficient scheduling, billing errors, uncollected payments. So I want you guys to look at your practices and see, where are our revenue leaks? I think this could be a really fun, almost scavenger hunt for you and your team to think about, like, where are all the ways that we might be losing money on imperfect handoffs, on not billing out all the procedures that we do, on not having the correct dollar amounts attached to those. Kiera Dent's practice definitely sent out a $0 crown. We billed it straight to insurance. You better believe they were so happy to send me the EOB on that. That is a revenue leak in our practice. And so on our inefficient scheduling, have you built in the block schedules? Have you created a perfect day schedule? Are we working and role playing on how we can get people perfectly in there? Are we looking for same day treatment opportunities? That's a huge revenue leak within your practice. Looking for those same days, you get raving fans out of it, and you're also able to help a ton of people with it. So can we actually help you guys close up that revenue leak and make it even better? What about the billing errors? Like I mentioned, attaching the correct things to our procedures so we get our money in within those 20 to 30 days the first time, and we're not having to rebill or reattaching, like setting up a process and a policy that we all follow every single time. Make that quick checklist, have it in the notes so we just grab it and go and everybody's there with it. It makes it so much easier. Uncollected payments. I can't tell you how many offices just let patients leave without stopping at the front desk or getting credit cards on file so that way we can bill these patients very quickly and collect. It's so easy. You guys, I have all of my stuff on auto pay. I go to the therapist, like credit card on file, click, paid, done. At my chiropractor, same thing. At my therapist, my physical therapist, same thing. At my gym person, all these quick ways. Like, you guys, we live in a world of credit cards on file. We have Apple Pay. We have all these different pieces. Can we do that there? And what are the revenue leaks within your practice? Those are just some to get your mind spurring, but really look at that, because that could be very scary in a practice. You're doing the work. Let's make sure you're getting paid for it. Like I said, no tricks, just treats. It does not need to be scary. Number 2, your team not caring about your company goals. Well, that can feel scary because doctors, it can feel like, oh, I'm rowing this boat all by myself, and it can feel awful. And so let's get your team to care about the goals. How can this help give them a better life? How can this help them help more patients? How can we get them on board and excited? I have an office right now and we're rolling out sleep in their practice and I cannot wait. We're making it all fun. They're going to get like part of the bonus and the rewards of helping more patients not die from sleep. That's incredible. That's such a fun way to do it. And so looking for ways, people don't care about things that they're not passionate about. No surprise, right? Like that's a very easy thing. Kiera, give us some wisdom here. But I think sometimes simplicity and remembering what we already know is half the point of learning. And a lot of times learning is just remembering what we already know. And so getting our team, like what inspires them? Why do we want to hit these goals? How many patients do we want to serve together as a team? And oftentimes, if your team doesn't care about the goals, guess what? They might not be your right team. You want people that are obsessed about hitting these goals. You want people that are excited about building this practice that's going to serve so many patients. And so you also, as the owner and the leader, need to feel that way about it. Oftentimes when teams don't care about goals, it's because the owner doesn't actually care. And I say that with love and a huge giant hug and no judgment, because sometimes it's hard to stay motivated as owners. Sometimes we need someone to pick us up. You guys, I am so appreciative over these last couple of months. I've had some personal things in my life and so grateful for the coaches in my life that literally have like lifted me up with love and support and helped me figure out what is my vision, what is my path. I have probably 5 really strong people in my life. And I'm so grateful. I happily pay them. I could not do this without all 5 of them. And just so thankful that I have that support system around me, because a lot of times it is hard to keep trying to figure it out on your own day in and day out. And so really being able to have that from your team and have that support is something absolutely magical. All right. Number 3 is untapped potential, losing you money. So things like, could we do some CE within our practice? Could we do helping a lot of our team start like learning to scan or taking impressions? Or could we add Invisalign? Or could we add sleep to our practice? Or what other things are untapped potential within every team member? Could we do better with our treatment plan acceptance? Can we do better with how we schedule our practice? But what is this untapped potential? If I was looking at your practice today, would I think that your practice is a brand new baby, like in the life cycle of a business? Is it maybe a toddler? Is it maybe like a teenager? Is it a young adult? Is it like in its prime? Is it a dying practice, like getting a little bit older to retirement? Or is it on its way to death? There's untapped potential within all of those lifespans. And so what's our way that we're able to find that untapped potential? Because there's so much opportunity. I have offices right now we've just added very simple things to the practice, and we've been able to take them from a $2 million practice to a $4 million practice just by adding in some untapped potential with them. Are there untapped potential within like the operatories and the space within your practice? Is there untapped potential around your hygienist being able to offer fluoride to every patient, or fluoride therapy where it's toothpaste and fluoride treatments? Is there untapped potential with us scanning for night guards? Is there untapped potential with us looking for same-day treatment opportunities? These are fun little things that could be spooky and scary, but if we look at them, make them fun. Now, I'm going to put a huge like asterisk caveat with this. We do not want to add all these things at the exact same time, because that is very scary and daunting for our team. But we can brainstorm and like throw everything on a board and then pick the thing that's the easiest, least amount of effort with the greatest impact. And that's what we want to go implement and execute on our practice. All right. Number 4 of things that are scary, no tricks, just treats today, of low case acceptance and high overhead. So kind of technically 2 in 1. So low case acceptance, that can feel really scary. It can make doctors feel like patients don't like me. It can make treatment coordinators feel like, hey, we're just not closing cases. Case acceptance to me just tells a story. 1, are we doing incredible with how we're presenting treatment? Doctors, are you using that NDTR, next visit, date, time, the recare? There we go. Are you doing that and putting the bow on every single treatment plan that you're giving? Are you diagnosing with confidence? Are we doing quadrant dentistry rather than solo tooth dentistry? Are you confident on how you're presenting it to the patient? Are you possibly planting weeds in your flower garden by giving them obstacles as opposed to opportunities without realizing it? After doctors give this most amazing confident treatment plan, they put the bow of NDTR on it. Team members, are we all taking that perfect handoff, scheduling them first, and then having our team present the treatment plans and the finance? Are we leading with insurance? Because if you better believe if I'm any part of your life, you will never lead with insurance. You will always lead with what we need to do. And then we will help the patient say yes to the treatment. Low case acceptance to me tells what are the doctors confident in? What's the treatment coordinator confident in? And where are awesome opportunities to grow? I love case acceptance. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with helping offices. I have literally taken a practice from 9 million to over 40 million just by working with them on case acceptance. I kid you not. There's multiple practices in it. They are incredible. And we just work on case acceptance over and 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 over again, because we know that that's what's going to help more patients have a happier life. So when I look at this, I love it. It tells me, what is that treatment coordinator afraid of? What does that treatment coordinator need to break through? What does that doctor need to break through? I can look to see the type of treatment plans just by looking at your case acceptance. And so looking at this and how can we boost it? Now, if it's too high, I know we are actually not diagnosing enough. If it's too low, I know we're not closing. And it's a happy medium. If you're presenting implants and high cases, it should be a little bit lower. If we're doing single tooth dentistry and general dentistry more so, you should have a much higher case acceptance. So looking at that, because that can feel very eerie in a practice of what are we doing wrong? Oftentimes it's not what are we doing wrong? It's what are we saying that's actually not helping us get to our case acceptance that we want. So play the game, have fun with it, because that case acceptance fills the schedule. Now, if our schedule's too full and we're not hitting our goals, let's look to see, what are we diagnosing, doctors? Let's see, are we truly diagnosing full comprehensive care? Or are we diagnosing what we think they want to know? Those are questions for you to answer that can feel spooky and eerie, but they do not need to be. Just be confident. The patient's there. It's not your fault they're there. It's not your fault that they have this treatment. It didn't get there overnight. And now you have the amazing opportunity to educate them, help them get healthy again, and become so fulfilled by having that confident smile again. And then that in turn can also reduce your overhead. Looking at our P&L consistently, making sure that we're not overpaying for things that we don't need, but also making sure that our revenue, we're producing what we need to be producing for our practice. These are things that I am obsessed with. I love them. It doesn't need to be spooky for you. It really just needs to be fun for you. And so that's why at this Halloweeny time, no tricks, just treat. And within our consulting, we have our online version, and then we also have our in-person version. And both of them give you a way for these spooky things to actually be done with ease. So I'd love for you guys to come try it out. What's it going to hurt you to come and be a part of a community of people, of like-minded dentists, to have consultants at your fingertips that literally will give you the answers to all these spooky things, and also get your team on board with you to come and either be in person and meet us. We're literally getting ready to have our doctors in person together and work on your business from the minds of brilliant people, to be able to lift you and your practice to the highest heights that you've that are out of this world, to be able to have consistent accountability in your practice of people that hold you to a higher standard and grow you. Come join us and be a part of it. I'd love for you to come try it out. Running a practice truly does not need to be scary. So come try us. I'd love to have you. No tricks, just treats for all of you. You guys, I am obsessed with dentistry. I'm obsessed with helping you guys have the life that you deserve to live, and that you're worthy to live, and that you have every capacity to have. I'm obsessed with getting your team on board with you. So come try us out. hello@thedentalyteam.com, or just go to thedentalyteam.com, book a call with us. You guys, it's not scary. We literally meet you with open arms and a huge hug, and we're there. Whether you are on the top of your game or you are at the bottom of your game, anywhere in between, we're there for you. And I can't wait for you. You guys, it's end of year. It's a great time for you to be looking at these things, to make decisions, to make sure that next year that you are successful without knowing that it's maybe going to happen or not, but being confident that it will happen for you. Now is the time for you to take action, to not have it be scary, and to have the best life that you could ever imagine. Reach out, hello@thedentalyteam.com. And as always, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time on the Dentally Team podcast.